What's up? I'm Andrew,
I'm Alex.
and we are from the band The Receiving End of Sirens, and we're trying to do this little video interview from the studio here. Thought we would change it up and do something new and tape ourselves answering questions. So here it goes.
Well, with this new record, we want to kind of express ourselves as the people that we are now. It was almost 2.5 years since we recorded the last record, so I think we're completely different people, and I don't know. Hopefully that comes across in our music, and hopefully our fans grew with us and they appreciate the music like we do.
I agree. Yeah, and I think the overall goal for this record, just because we're so proud of it and we enjoy the music that we make so much, we just want to have it reach a larger audience. That's kind of every band's goal, I think, is to just spread the word about your band and get your music out there and hope that people like you for what you do, and because it's not worth changing to sell records, so we're going to keep doing what we do and hope that people like it.
Right on.
It rules.
It rules.
As you just heard from the background. It's great to be back here with Matt. He's pretty much been with us from the start. He took us under his wing way back in the day in Boston and recorded some demos for us, and he helped us grow a lot as musicians, taught us a lot about who we were as a band, and we're very thankful to be able to work with him again. We're really cherishing the opportunity and relishing the time that we have here, because it's, in the grand scheme of things, it's fleeting. While we're here, sometimes we feel like the days go by so slow, and we just want to get out and tour again. But a year from now, when we've been touring for a year straight, we're probably going to look back and be like, man, I wish we were still in the studio hanging out with Squiz.
It's like recording with your best friend, pretty much.
Exactly. Best friend, big brother, both those things
Your dad.
combined into one. Your dad, your wise grandpa, maybe. All those things. So far, it's great. We're pretty far in. I've been done for a long time, so this guy probably has a better answer because he's more with it, and he's been doing more recently than I have.
Yeah, I think this is the first week that you can kind of see how the record's coming together. I don't know. I think it's always a little bit of a surprise. In this case, I think it's better than I thought it's going to sound. I think you're always your own worst critic, so it's kind of interesting to see things developing with the vocals and soon the electronics and all that stuff. So we have about a week and a half left, and still lots to do, but really excited.
Gonna get a little cameo from Nate in the mirror. There he is. Say hello, Nate. Okay, so I'd say the songs as they appear on the record are, I don't know, it's tough to really answer this question because, while I want to say, oh, the songs are exactly how they were when we wrote them, they're not, like that's the whole point of having a producer. Matt has the best ear of anyone I've ever known, and he's like the one guy I trust with our songs to give suggestions and help us rework parts for the benefit of the overall song and the overall album. So the songs have definitely changed. We didn't come in here and write 10 new songs. Like kind of what happened with the last record happened with this one, where we came down with all the songs we intended to use, and we used all those songs. We worked with Matt to make them the best they could be. We changed some arrangements, we changed some parts, and now we're where we are. And no one will ever really understand that as much as we will, because hopefully the old demos of the songs will never leak and people will just hear what ends up on the record. So it's kind of just a thing for us to know and try to convey, I guess, to you guys.
I think all the fundamentals are definitely the same, and the themes are definitely the same. I think they're just more elaborated in every way. I think being on the road, everyone knows you can't get too comfortable with where you're at because you know the next day you're going to be gone. And I think for, oh man, the past 3 or 4 months we've been really comfortable with where we're at, writing at the farm and then here. So right now I like this a lot, but I know that soon we're going to have to be going place to place, and I will definitely grow to like it, but it's tough kind of changing your whole life and your lifestyle right away.
Yeah, we're definitely different, you know. I don't really have a preference. I just kind of go with the flow and adapt as we move along and enjoy it. Let's say if you are tracking, what is a typical day at the studio like for someone who's been tracking recently?
You have to get up at the crack of noon because that's when Squiz gets here. So you're working with a good 12 hours of sleep usually, if you want. And we're tracking for probably 5 hours on guitars, and then we'll do vocals for the remainder of the night. So since the other two guys are finishing up their guitars, I basically wait until I do vocals. And it's pretty stressless. This record's way more stressless, I think, than the last record because we're more mature as musicians. We can see and change things fairly easily. And I don't know, we kind of had a vision and we're sticking to it, and Squiz got it and helped us develop that. So I don't know, it's just so much easier, I feel, this time around.
Yeah, and for someone like me who's been done for the past 3 weeks, a typical day involves waking up around 10:30 or 11. Well, generally waking up about 9:30, trying to get up, not succeeding, falling back asleep, waking up an hour later, falling back asleep, waking up an hour later, that whole thing. So eventually get up, you know, around 11, I would say on average. Eat some food, check my email, check the band MySpace, do a lot of reading, sitting around, try to enjoy the weather because it's been really nice down here in Maryland. You know, we try to get outside, do whatever, play basketball, go for a run, just try and keep ourselves sane in any way possible. Probably watch a few too many movies, but that's never really a bad thing. And that's about it. You know, we have a pretty strict television regimen down here, which involves 24 on Monday nights and American Idol on Tuesday nights and Lost on Wednesday nights. So we abide by that schedule pretty rigorously. So other than that, I mean, the rest just falls into place. Once you got 24, Idol, and Lost, everything else is just cake.
I don't think we've officially decided on any single. We're kind of waiting until all the finishing touches are done to see where the songs are at, but I think all of us have favorite tracks, or I'm sure we do.
Yeah, I mean, the lesson with the single that we learned last time is it's never going to be what you think it's going to be.
Yeah.
And this record is a little different for us. We definitely feel like it's a little more accessible. Last time when we finished the record, we were like, whatever are we going to release for a single? Because there's no song under 5 minutes on this record, you know? So this time around, it's a little different in that respect, but we still don't know because we don't look at our songs in that fashion, you know? We don't write them saying, let's write this for radio or let's write this for TV. So hopefully, you know, the choice for the single kind of syncs up with what we find to be one of our favorite songs, because we all do have preferences. It would be pointless for us to tell you what they are now because you wouldn't know them anyways. So you just have to wait and see and pick your own favorites.
I think the good thing is that our favorite tracks change, hopefully weekly, every time we work on new parts of the songs, and they keep getting better. So we'll see at the end.
Absolutely. And I think that's all we have for questions. So thanks to Mike Duncan and Driven Far Off, and we hope you guys have enjoyed this little glimpse into our exciting day in the studio.
Right on.
All right. Peace.